Hi, I'm Becky.
And I'm Lindsay. I'm here today, starting again, we'll do it. We're here to talk about acceptable mess.
Oh yes.
And we live in a world where, oh my God, everything's portrayed as being perfect. I'm fed up of all these things that come up on my social media stories at the moment about these perfect weddings, baby announcements, birthday parties, perfect job. Look at this outfit, it's all so da-da-da. And I'm there just going, it's not real, and we know it's not real, and there is a bit of a trend to show the mess behind the scenes sort of thing, but I think it's really important to talk about mess.
Because life is messy.
Yeah.
There's no two ways about it. It doesn't matter what you're doing in life.
No.
Life is messy.
I was talking to, I was in an advocacy meeting the other day, and this young person was very much explaining what she wanted from life and what she wanted from the system that was helping support her at the time. And we talked about the reality of expectations and about you can reach for that ideal, but the reality is life's messy and life throws you curveballs, and nothing's ever going to be perfect. So whether you are on a creative journey, whether you're starting your business, whether you're in education, whether you've just become a mum, whether you're in a relationship, moving house, whatever, you might have this ideal of what the journey will like, but things come in all the way and they knock you off kilter and they create mess. And sorry, I've got something in my mouth and I've got a bit of I keep doing that. But it's messy, life's messy, and it's about, we could edit that and take it out. We're not going to, because this is real, this is what we're at. And you've got to allow the mess to be. You've got to allow it to settle, and you've got to accept the mess. Because by accepting the mess, you will be able to identify and celebrate the joy.
But you'll also become more resilient.
Yep.
Your stress will be lowered.
Yep.
Your ability to cope with things, oh my goodness, it
changes everything, because it is that acceptance. It's that acceptance of that moment in time and that place where you are, and this is my life and this is my way of doing it. It's an empowerment thing.
There is a but though.
Yeah,
There's always a but.
There's always a but.
And we both do this, both of us. When our brains get messy, we have to tidy up around us physically.
100%.
And that's how we help our brains get ordered.
Yeah.
So yes, mess, but sometimes you do need to do some tidying up as well.
Yeah, and we're not talking just about physical mess around us. We're talking about just mess and overwhelm sometimes.
Oh, yeah.
It's that messy cloud, and that I always think of Mr. Messy from the Mr. Men and all the bits of string and everything, and it's.
But then we're back to everything in relationships with other, and it's all got to be balanced.
Yeah.
And you are allowed a mess, and there'll be times where that mess will overflow. But if other things in your life are structured and orderly, that's absolutely fine.
Yeah, yeah.
But when other things start getting messy and orderly as well, actually you do need to try and get some structure somewhere, and sometimes actually we've got Jasper playing football.
So the dog, we're gonna go through what mess really looks like for us today. We sit here, we edit it, we put video on, we create the blogs out of it, but there's a dog currently playing with the football. Yeah, it's just a bit messy.
Yourself entertained like anything.
Slightly annoying, but you know, I've got to let it go and carry on. That's what it is. But yeah, so it's embracing the mess, and it's being okay with your mess. And your mess is different to somebody else's mess, and it's flipping it from being a mess to just accept. It's having that acceptance.
It's about just being.
Yeah.
It's about being. It's acceptance. Yeah, right. Acceptance of you, not an acceptance of the mess. Acceptance of you, where you're at, what you can cope with at that moment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if you do find that the mess is getting overwhelming, then yes, just chip it away. Write a little list, process it. I love lists. Other people don't like lists. Becky's got a list
look,
here.
hang on.
We live on lists all the time.
This is my to-do for the moment.
So we've got a list. It's here.
That's my list. It's a bit overwhelming, to be honest, but
I have a rule that a list has to fit on a page, because if you keep writing lists, I had someone the other day that said they've got a 4-page list. I went, that's not a list, that's a book. And it's not achievable. Whereas if it's got to fit on a page, and somebody else gave me right at the start of my teacher training and said it actually your list has to fit on a post-it note, because it's achievable. You can take it off and go. So that might be your list for the day. So you can then, once you've got a big list, you can chunk it down into your, what do you call them?
Oh, so
your frogs?
Yeah, you have to have your frog. You've always got to have a frog on the list, and the frog's always got to be the first thing you do.
Yeah. And so it is taking the time out sometimes to process that mess, but then there comes a point of accepting it and going, that's enough. So we were doing videos today and we're coming over. I said, Becky, I'm coming over to you because I've just got off a Zoom call and I need to get out of the house. I've been working and I'll come to you because my dogs are noisier than Jasper. That's the other reason. And we can't have that on a video, so we come over and it's the preconceived idea that we've tidied everything away. And we purposefully, instead of sitting behind a blank wall today, was like, well, no, this is real life. So we've got the messy shelves.
Actually, normally we're in a different room and Jasper is shut in the kitchen, so he isn't walking around. But again, we've not done that today.
No, because it's like, this is us, this is real, this is where we're at. We're sat at your kitchen table with life around us. You're not going to believe what a mess there is, just in terms of how the camera's propped up. So we're going to accept our mess today.
Yeah.
And share a bit of that with you. I've also sat here with my slippers on. So my slippers go everywhere. I walked across the street in my slippers.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, we do that a lot.
Because we do that a lot. Sometimes there's even blankets on our legs to keep us warm.
There have been known occasions of pyjamas at night
Yeah,
time.
known occasions.
That's more of a social, family social. We could trek over in pyjamas.
So yeah, we're going to take them on a little tour of our mess today.
Yeah, I'm really sorry.
But it's alright. Because we're accepting, because it's real and we're working within this. We're working mums. We work, we've got children, we've got families, we've got children with...
But everyone, most people, I'm not going to say everyone because it's not everyone.
No.
I watched a little video the other day. It's a female comedian, she's a vlogger, and she was going, what it's like when you've got someone coming over to see you.
Yeah.
And there's two hoovers, she's hoovering the oven, she's hoovering the floor, and then someone answers at the door, gets to the door, she goes, I'm really sorry about all the mess, where like an hour before she's blitzing the house, because it's what we tend to do. Yeah.
And I think we can transfer it into our work life and our creative journeys in thinking we've always got to clean it up and present it perfectly. No.
We've talked before, perfection does not exist.
No. Embrace the mess, accept the mess, and in the mess, you've got to find some little gems. You're going to find some gems in this pile in a minute that you forgot were in there when I show you this.
Do you know
mess.
what? I probably will. I'm going to start sorting that pile out tonight. I've got some brain space to actually deal with that.
Okay, well, first of all, we're going to show you the mess that is our stand at the moment for the camera.
Yeah, we don't have any nice ring lights or stands for phones. Ours today is made up of sweet boxes, empty Chinese takeout boxes, an empty iron brew can, other brands are available, and a nice bit of clean kitchen towel. That's our stand for today.
And behind the closed door, Becky, that we wanted to hide.
So normally we record in this room because it's got some nice walls. That's the state of that room at the moment. Because I'm rather behind on the ironing because I've had other stuff that I've had to deal with. So I've been prioritising. And that's been at the bottom of the pile.
But I loved why you put the ironing there. Share with them why you put the ironing there.
So the reason I put the ironing there is because if anyone looks in through the front window of the house, it's behind a wall so they can't see it. The only people who can see it are the neighbours at the back. And it also means if anyone comes into the house, they either come into the kitchen or the living room, so I can shut the doors into the dining room and no one sees it.
So it's an acceptable mess. It's all totally appropriate. For today, what would be our key takeaway, Becky?
Mess is good. It can get overwhelming. When it does, go for the things that you can organise, not the things that you can struggle with, because it's all about balance. And actually, this is more mental health, isn't it, really, than anything else? It is. If mentally you're struggling because things are too messy, actually, sometimes not dealing with the mess that's in your brain, it's dealing with the mess and clutter that's actually physically around you can help improve your brain, because you can see physically that mess decluttering, and then actually that helps your brain out. Not always, but that is one tip.
And how to accept the mess?
Yeah, I'm still working on that one. I'm getting there massively. I'm finding tips and tricks of hiding things away. But if you can accept it, that one I'm still working on. Find your own way.
Find your own way. It's accepting you, isn't it?
If you can accept who you are and the mess that you will inevitably make, and then you don't care what other people think about you, because not everyone's going to like you, because everyone is Marmite some way or another, then be proud of the mess.
Awesome. We'll see you next time, yeah? See you next time.
See ya.